Hey Taurus, welcome to your money reading. I hope you guys are doing great. We're going to take a peek at your finances, see if there are any blocks, opportunities, all of that good stuff. So let's jump right in and start first by taking a look and seeing where your financial situation is right now. And we have the Five of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Two of Cups. So it feels like right now, in terms of your finances, things are pretty peaceful, things are pretty stable. It feels like you are in a good place, maybe with your job, that it's something that you enjoy. So it doesn't look like, a whole lot of major issues right now. There might have been some challenges in the past that you've been able to overcome. And now you're in a much better, a much happier, a much more collaborative place. So if this was a job that you couldn't stand, that you were working before, maybe you got a new one, maybe you got a promotion or went to a different department. But it feels like in the very recent past, there was a bit of a rough patch that you were experiencing. And if you're not out of that energy right now, then it feels like it's on its way in, that things are just moving to a much more quiet place. Is there anything that's blocking my Tauruses in terms of their money right now? Any blockages for my Taurus collective? We have the King of Wands in reverse. So what this feels like is that even though you are in a better place, that you've come out of, whatever this turmoil was that was associated with you making money, that there's a little bit of dissatisfaction that's still there. It's almost as if whatever this is has sort of worn you out and you've lost a little bit of fire for whatever it is that you were doing before. And again, that's not to say that you are in a very bad place right now. It's almost a feeling that you've been sort of disillusioned, and that you realize how quickly things can change when it comes to your finances or how you actually make your money. And it's sort of put you on a little bit of raised eyebrow status, right? Where it's like you're almost sort of keeping an eye out for the what ifs in terms of your money. Well, what if I lose my job? What if I need to find something else? I don't want to go through that period of struggle again. So it feels as though there's a little bit of lingering worry that this situation at some point might repeat itself, that you might go through that same sort of challenging experience that you did previously. So looking at your strengths when it comes to money, we have the Page of Wands that sort of came out sideways. So the Page of Wands is typically someone who's very exciting, right? Who is pretty creative with how they actually bring money towards them, the things that they do to sort of make it. And so I think that one of your biggest strengths is that you do have the ability to make money, and you probably do it in ways that are a little bit different. Like you may not have that 9-to-5 job, or if you do have a 9-to-5 job, then it feels like you have the ability to sort of do something outside of the box. I think for a lot of you, you're entrepreneurs, you do things, on the side. Maybe you bake out of your home, or you sell jewelry, or you're a life coach or something like that. But this speaks to being able to be creative in terms of how you make your money and support yourself. So I think that that's one of your biggest strengths when it comes to money. Now, in terms of your weaknesses with money, we have the Seven of Cups. So this is a card of sort of disillusionment. This is a bit of a card of confusion. So I think that one of the challenges that you experience when it comes to money is sorting out your options and figuring out what it is that you want to do. Having this sort of creative energy over here, it almost feels like you have a bit of a smorgasbord and you can't sort of quiet down and calm your mind enough to figure out what path you should actually take forward in a way that's sustainable. So I think that sometimes this indecision may lead to inaction, or it may lead to, this sort of overwhelming sense of pressure where you just, sort of rapidly make a decision and it wasn't necessarily thought out through completely. So that's something that you might want to keep an eye on, being able to sort of channel all of this creativity that you have when it comes to how you actually earn money. Now, as far as the opportunities that are coming towards you, we have the Knight of Wands and we also have the Eight of Wands. So these are two cards of action. So it feels as though there's going to be a need for you, I think, to, when it comes to making money, is to find your passion and to move forward on that, because you already have this gift of creativity over here, right? That's sort of your strength when it comes to making money, to making more money. And what we have over here in terms of your opportunities, again, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is going from a page to a knight. This is harnessing all of that creativity. And with the Eight of Wands, this is you moving forward. This is you taking more, I don't want to say risks, but just sort of thinking through more clearly what your path forward is and then taking action on that. So these two things, really figuring out where your talents lie, and I think that you already know to a certain extent, Taurus, but really digging in and focusing on one path going forward is probably going to be super helpful for you when it comes to your finances. Now, looking at the outcome, if this is the path that you choose to embark on, because remember, everybody has free will. And if you don't feel like doing this, sort of exploring, then what we have for you is the Four of Swords, and we also have the High Priestess. So I feel like with these two cards, ultimately what's going to happen for you in the very near future is that you are going to take a little bit of a break and you are going to do a bit of soul searching, right? So that you can get out of this sort of confused energy and figure out what path it is that you want to move forward. I do feel like for you, Taurus, there's a sense that you are not currently using your creativity as much as you can when it comes to making money. Yes, I think you're okay right now. I don't think that whatever it is that you're doing, you're truly passionate about, but it feels more like a stopgap. Just, it's almost like someone who sort of takes a job just so they have some money coming in, but they're not particularly excited about it. It may be stable, it may pay okay, but there's more to be had when it comes to your financial life. There's an ability for you to make more money, but I think that you need to sort of hone in on your creativity. I think that you need to hone in on what sort of truly excites you and then figure out a way to translate that into making more money. And when you have that idea, when you have that spark of inspiration, I think that's going to come with this period of quiet and this self-reflection. I think that you're going to be able to move forward on an opportunity. I think that you're going to see that coming through for you. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I think that it's going to take a little bit, Taurus, for you to figure out what your path going forward is. But I do think that, there's a risk of you holding yourself back out of fear. And I think that that's why you have to take this time to just sort of rest, do this introspection, and really map out your path forward instead of just sort of jumping into things that we saw up here with the Seven of Cups, kind of being overwhelmed with options and just sort of going a little bit buck wild. So The messages that you're going to receive, Taurus, when you have this bit of quiet time, I think that it'll give you the starting point for the direction that you're supposed to go in. But it feels like you're meant to be doing something different, something that you enjoy much more than what it is that you're doing now. So looking at the final message that we have for you, we have, I can give my attention to the positive aspects. Things are coming into your experience in response to your vibration. Your vibration is offered because of the thoughts you were thinking, and you can tell by the way you feel what kinds of thoughts you were thinking. Find good feeling thoughts, and good feeling manifestations must follow. Make a decision to look for the best feeling aspects of whatever you must give your attention to, and otherwise look only for the good feeling things to give your attention to, and your life will become one of increasingly good feeling aspects. So Taurus, this is, essentially saying whatever has happened, and it looks like some things have happened in your financial world, understand that you've come out of it, and that's a very good thing, right? So you can hold on to that positive aspect of your money, but also think about what else is out there for you that could be even better. And hold on to that thought as you think through what skills you have, what gifts and talents that you have, and how you can sort of turn that into a way of making money. Think about what it is that would make you happy, what would make you fulfilled, and all of that good stuff. And I think that this opportunity will follow. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, like, share, subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.